It's levels to it, you and I know. Bitch, be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble.
What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Things. We're back with another video, and I haven't done a video like this in a long time, where I've done a first impressions video with no face cam and whatnot. I really wanted to bring this to you because I know a lot of people have been asking me during my live streams whether or not Destiny 2 is worth purchasing after playing the beta. How is it so far? What are some new things? And this is not just a basic first impressions slash like mini review for the early access beta, but it's more so to really bring you just straight up what this shit is about, because some people want to really break down classes and everything. And to be honest with you, getting right into it, it is an unnecessary thing to make a full-fledged breakdown of Destiny 2, in my opinion, because it feels exactly like part 1 with some minor tweaks here and there that you can, seem to appreciate because the gameplay got a little bit better in my opinion. Now, I'm no Destiny hater. I'm not those who want this game to fail. I'm not those who say, man, they ain't changed shit. I was and I am still a person who feels like got ripped by the way they treated Destiny with long-awaited DLCs or expansions at the time when I first played in the beginning. I heard that towards the end they had a lot of content, but I heard that there was also drought phases. So just keep that in mind. That's the reason why I just completely stood away from Destiny after, but I had got my light levels close to like 240 to 300, around that range, and I put in some decent hours into that. This game doesn't feel that much different. They've added some tweaks here and there. I will go based off first on the strike mission. Excuse me, not the strike mission, the beginning mission, the opening mission to the game, just as you seen display when they revealed their first gameplay. And it's similar to that. You're playing in the story in the first couple, like I guess the first mission, couple scenes and stuff, and it was fun. There was jam-packed action through and through. I like that. I like to see that. I like the dialogue that I heard in the background. There's a lot of energy going on, a lot of intense moments going on. It was cool. I like to see that. A little upsetting that it's not really a brand new enemy in terms of like we already finished off in the first game and now we're set off to somewhere else. It's just different enemy types. There's new enemy types in the game that are introduced into the game, which is pretty cool. Dealing with the same situation or not, it's really the same shit. After getting through the story missions, it was fine. I guess you've seen some multiplayer, some people joining into your missions. You're not able to invite anyone into the story mission nor jump into anyone else's, but I did see I had like 2 multiplayer, 2 random online guys playing alongside me as I was, completing the mission. That's one. Nothing really bad to say about it. To be honest with you, it was fun and enjoyable, and I had a good time playing it up against some of the bosses. Moving on to the strike missions, it was cool. It's a 3-player mode now, and you've seen some new enemy types. Of course, you had some of the weak ones, some of the medium types, and some of the strong and OP types. And I played that with my boys, and we got through that. The bosses, of course, was epic. They were dope as hell. Not really much pickups because the way the beta is set up, you are restricted. Everybody's level 20. Everybody has legendary gear, and you're given the opportunity to have one, I think, light gear, light gun, or whatnot. And we went through that, and it was fun as hell. There's a little bit of obstacles going on as you're playing the strike missions, which I like and engaged with my boys. And you had like a dope ass difficult boss towards the ending. Very simple, very similar to Destiny 1. Can't really tell you that there's anything different there. Then we move on to the multiplayer. We played Countdown, one of their new modes. We also played, I don't think it's Countdown, I think it's Attack and Defend. Similar to Search and Destroy. Very fun mode. I think it goes hand in hand with who you're playing up against, whether or not they play the objective or if they want to go ahead and attack you. But I did have a great time. It's like up to 6 rounds, and whoever gets to 6 first. And I had a great time playing it. The engagement between you and the other opponents are definitely dope. You got to call out your spots to call out the traditional stuff similar to Destiny 1. I can't tell you enough that this feels exactly like it, despite the fact it was a different mode and a different map. What I do like is that the map types that they've offered in this beta, which is I think is only 2, they don't seem a bit confusing. It doesn't seem out of reach. They make much sense to the mode that you're playing, whereas if you go into a certain corridor or a certain area, you don't feel like there's too many openings to where it seems a little bit out of touch and a little bit confusing. It worked well with the modes that we were playing, but it's subject to change depending on you know, whatever other maps come out, especially considering they changed it now to 4v4, which I think is really good. If they add a casual mode, which I think they should for 6v6 or 5v5, I think that's good for the casual players. But for the competitive aspect of it, it wasn't too exaggerated. I didn't think it was overwhelming. It was a good pacing for 4v4. I like it a lot. I have zero problems with that at all. Now, this is where it comes down to. Some of the new things, I guess, you know, they added different abilities, the newer abilities for each, you know, character, the warlocks, titans, and hunters. They added like a new ability to each, you know, which I think is dope. They have some dope types. They got a little bit of different movements, different side abilities as well. I guess the gunplay, they worked on that. They tweaked the hitboxes. I like the guns a lot. They introduced some new weapons. Sound engineer of the game is very well enhanced. I like that a lot as well. Some of the textures, in my opinion, have been a little bit bumped up. Well, I'm playing on a PS4 Pro, by the way, if you guys were wondering. It's been a little bit bumped up, in my opinion. The game seems to be very smooth. Character models, you're not able to add too much on your character. You wasn't able to really customize, and to be honest with you, that's really it. You know, I like some of the gunplay. You know, the climbing in the game, they added like this little maneuver. If you're falling off a ledge in the story, you could kind of climb up. There's like little tweaks here and there, stuff that could have just been added to the main game. The original part 1 of Destiny, that could have been added. Now getting into my issues with this, because this is really it with the game. Jumping into this didn't feel brand new to me. It didn't feel refreshing in the sense that, yo, man, this is part 2. Man, this is crazy what they've done. I like that they added different textures, the physics and stuff like that. Some of the particles look like, you know, enhanced. But as far as any transitions or how dynamic the game changed between the first is really not there. I don't see it. It's not seamless. It's really not that much of a drastic change, and that's an issue because you're calling this part 2, you're charging people 60 bones. This feels like an expansion. When I played a little bit of that story, I was like, I wasn't like, oh my goodness, this is a brand new story. No, I really felt like I played an expansion, but I was a little bit excited, of course, because it's a beta, but it felt the same. It didn't feel that much different. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not here to hate on it. I'm just trying to let you guys know what to expect. If you're a Destiny fan, there should be no reason why you should skip this game anyways. But if you're someone that's real iffy because you've been upset at your recent purchase with Destiny or your history with Destiny, kind of try this beta out because there's really not much change. Like I said, when I played the story, it didn't feel that new to me. It didn't feel like a fresh of breath air at all. When you play the multiplayer, very similar mechanics, almost the same thing. Didn't feel that different to me. When you play the Strike, doesn't feel that different. This game does not feel as different. The only reason why I'm having so much fun is because the ending of Destiny 1, how Destiny 1 is now in its current state, is what you're getting in Destiny 2, the beginning, which is why I think more people will enjoy this game if they've never played Destiny, because if you played the first Destiny, you know, just like I do, the experiences were ass. After the first couple weeks, the pickups, the loot, all that shit was garbage. It took up until like the Taken King where the shit really kicked off. And I feel like where they're at now, you know, what you get with Destiny 2's beta, you get enough to where you're like, yeah, they definitely know not to fuck that shit up when the game first launches. So I think you're gonna get enough, and it really depends on whether or not you want to spend your money. Like I said, this feels exactly like the first one with minor tweaks and enhancements, but the gameplay is awesome. I'm having a lot of fun playing with my friends. We're beasting, we're having fun. The announcers have more energy. I really enjoy it. I'm having a lot of fun. It just really depends on how much you value your purchase when buying a game like Destiny, where you just recently bought DLC about less than a year ago or a year ago, and now they're dropping a brand new game. That's all I gotta say. I'm bringing it right to you here. It's probably like a 10-minute video or so, but it's straight to the point. I can't break down missions. It's not as important. I'm not gonna lie to you. The same thing we've seen is the same thing you're playing. So nothing really feels refreshing. It just has a better look to it, better color, better texture to it. Feels very smooth. Some of the melee action, combat action, gun on gun action, it's fun, man. They definitely tweaked some stuff out and worked on it. Things that could have been introduced into an update or patch or an expansion. That's just my opinion, but I'm having a lot of fun with the beta. I advise you guys to pre-order. My link will be in the description below. It's my affiliate link on Amazon. You can pre-order now. It's a free pre-order. You don't pay until the game releases, and if you feel like you don't like the beta, cancel your pre-order. That's all you got to do. But until then, it's your boy 3MG. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you have any more questions, comment below, and stay tuned to my recent streams or my later streams. It's your boy, and I'm out. Peace.
Told ya, I told ya, the weather's cold, we're getting older. Things even change when it gets colder, but we'll move on just like a moment. The sun is cold, the sun's summer. Those were the days we stayed.